So starting today with section 2.1, linear equations in two variables, and we will learn about the rectangular coordinate system, how to work and how to understand the rectangular coordinate system. Let's say you have a lot of data, like this one here in the table, and you have this table here where you have data about age and data about percentage of individuals that participate in sports. You see, you have two different quantities, two different amounts, and we have a relationship between them. And this increases 20 years old, 30, 40, up to 70 years old. And if you check the percentage actually is going to be decreasing with the increase of age. So it starts with 59% and goes down to 18% when the average, when the age is 70 years old. This is a percentage, it's kind of an average. When you have something like that, it's kind of a good way, if you have everything on a table, every data on a table, to visualize the relationship between this quantity here and the other one, that is the age, and the percentage depending on the age, right? So you can see this relationship if you have the table. We're still going to go back to the network. Don't worry, Noelia. We'll go back to the network. So check now this. What about if instead of having just the table, and I have the table here, we have a graph like this, where we have on this axis the age of the participants, and on the other axis the horizontal, the horizontal axis, the age of participants, and the vertical axis, the percentage. And then we have the points. Each point here is a relationship between the age and the percentage. And we can see how it moves, right? It moves down, and we can see the rate of change. We can see how this changes along time, along the age. This is much better way to visualize the data, right? So instead of having just a table, we can have the graph. And this graph here is plotted, is made using the coordinate, the rectangular coordinate system that we're talking about. This is how the rectangular coordinate system looks like. We have, if you remember in the review and in some coursework and some homework, we use the number line. Remember, the number line goes from negative infinity to infinity, have the 0 here. And now the rectangular coordinate system, it looks like the number line, but now it's a number line that have a vertical line as well, two number lines. One number line is horizontal, it's going to be the x-axis, and another number line is vertical. It goes as well from negative infinity to infinity. This here in the middle is a 0, and this is going to be y-axis. Now you can understand, you can see the rectangular coordinate system as two number lines, one horizontal, the x-axis, another one vertical, the y-axis. And we have the origin is the 0 here. The quadrants, actually something that we usually sometimes do, not a lot. This is the first quadrant, second, third quadrant, and fourth. And this is how it looks like. Let's check out this example here. And wait a minute. Plotting points. Let's plot a few points, understand how it works. This is going to be the work of the quiz. The first part of the quiz is going to be this, how to plot points. And let's get the first example. A. We have points 4, and 1. When I have these coordinates or these ordered pairs, the first one is going to represent x, the second one always represents y. That means in this order pair here, x equals 4 and y equals 1. How do we plot it? Go to the coordinate system, go to the first to the x-axis, and then you're going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a line here on 4. Now, the y equals 1. Go to the coordinate system, go to the y-axis, and we're going to move upwards from the origin, upward 1. Then draw a line here on 1, positive 1. The point is the intersection of the lines, and this is going to be the coordinate 4 and 1. Give me a feedback here. What do you think? Easy? Difficult? Do you think it's something that you can do with the other points? You can do in the quiz by yourselves? Or you need another example? Give me a feedback here on the message, on the chat. Probably the easiest thing we've done so far. Kalia, it's good to hear. It's very good to hear. If you think sounds surprisingly easy. Yeah, Jacob, if you understand this, this is the basic. You're gonna understand most of the graphing thing. It's very important to understand this. And you're gonna be surprised because some students, sometimes they are very good at numbers, but they are not good at graphing, and they don't see this kind of thing. And other students that are not so good at numbers, and they are good at graphing, they can see this clearly, they can see this very easily. But let me know if you don't understand this, if you need help, let me know. Moving on, thank you, Kalia. Moving on. Let's have a look at our bell work. And going back to our bell work, let's try to solve it with this knowledge that we have seen up to now. And one way that you can solve this bell work is by writing down, making a table and writing down here years and the salary. So we are using a table. Alejandro, 55,000. Let's check here the first year. First year, Jerry made 32,500. So you can fill out this table, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. Let's say year 2 is going to be 35,000 and on. And then you find out year 10. This is one way of solving. Now type your answers. I'm going to wait for your answers. Everybody now type your guess. What's going to be your answer? What do you think is the right answer for this bell work? Adrian, Alanis, Alejandro, Kalia, Chris Diel, Cynthia, and Ewil, Gabriela, Jacob, Jermaine, Joniel, Julian, Keon, Kishon, Maddie, Makina, Noelia, Serenity, Treshan. Oh, type your guess, type your answer. What do you think is the right answer? And we have a few. Alejandro's was real quick, 55,000. Jacob, 57,500. 55, Maddie. Kalia, 55. And we have is around the same number here. And 57,500 is a good guess. 55 is a good guess. More guesses, more answers. Joniel, 57,500. And more guesses. Try, you can try to work on this table here, using this kind of table, filling up the table. But there's another way I'm gonna show you. And Chris Diel, 55K. More guesses. And anyone think agrees with 55K? Anyone else agrees with 57,500? Or anyone thinks a totally different number? Type your guesses. Let me see if you're good at guessing the. And Cynthia, 55K. Martina, 55. Okay, thank you all for the guesses, the participation. I'm gonna show you here how I would answer this question, right? How I would, and 57,500 Serenity. I'm gonna apply the knowledge that I have on linear equations in two variables. I'm gonna call salary X, salary is going to be X, and years going to be Y. And they're going to make the equation here X, salary, equals year times 2,500. This is the raise each year, plus the first year he made 32,500. That means when you plug in 1 here, right, let's plug in 1, the result is 32,500. That means I have to add here 30K. Is his base salary. Because when I plug in 1, the first year, it's going to be 32,500. If I plug in, instead of 1, 2, then it's going to be the salary in the second year. If I plug in 3, it's the salary in the third year. And to find the salary in the 10th year, I'm going to plug in 10. So plugging in 10, we will have X equals 10 times 2,500 plus 30K. And 10 times 25 is 25K plus 30K equals 55K. This is the right answer, $55,000. On the 10th year. Talia said, I think the first one is -4 and 5. Good. Let's check. Letter A. A, B, C, D, E, and F are about finding the coordinate of these points. So Kalia started very well because you just need to go to the point, let's say A, and then, then you move, you draw a line down to the x-axis, you find x, so x equals -4, then you draw another line here, now of horizontal line, and you're going to find y equals 5. And you're right, Cynthia and Kalia. And the next one, yes. Now try by ourselves. Try B, C, D, E, and F. And then we get back here to work together. Okay? This first part is simple. The next one is not difficult, but this needs a little bit more work, and we'll work together in the next part as well. Let's look how to work M. And M, you're going to have the coordinates, the ordered pair, 0 and -4. Yeah, Kalia, if you, all the coordinates that you have here, the first one is always going to be X, and the second one always going to be Y. First one always X, the second one always Y. So when you plug in, you have to remember this. So this first one X, the second one Y, and you have to plug in on the equation. This one is M. The equation is this. Y equals negative 3 over 2 x minus 4. Okay, so let's plug in here, and 0 is x. I'm gonna remove x from here and write down 0. Okay, and y is negative 4, so I'm gonna remove y from here. I'm gonna plug in negative 4. And then we check after we plug in and substitute, change the numbers. We're going to calculate and find out the result. Negative 4 equals negative 3 over 2 times 0, 0, minus 4. That means negative 4 equals to negative 4. Is it true? Yes or no? You can say yes. That means it is solution. Is solution. This coordinate, this ordered pair, is a solution for the equation. That's right, you. Yes, it is a solution. And it's basically the same thing you're going to do on the other ones. You need help with any other letter, any other question? We've done M. I give you a few minutes so you can work on the other ones, and if you need help, you type on the chat box.